As a significant shortage in skilled labour across Australia continues to negatively impact production, services and supply chains, one woman thinks she might have a solution. Amanda Rose, founder of Western Sydney Women, believes that mature-aged workers could be the key to easing the skills shortage. Good afternoon to you, Amanda.
Good afternoon.
Amanda, you believe that mature-aged workers could be the key to easing the skills shortage. We know that so many industries are in desperate need of workers. You're running programs to help women aged over 45 to get back into the workforce. Are they willing? Are they able? Are they capable?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely willing, definitely capable, definitely able. We need to change the mindset, though, of the employer. So employers need to stop looking for the young, cheap staff and start looking for wisdom and experience and realize the benefits of having someone who is 45 plus on the payroll who can mentor the younger generation. So we need diversity in the workforce. And I think too often businesses are looking at the bottom line or just completely forgot that we have an entire cohort of women that are experienced in dealing with children, dealing with people in general, and experienced at work, willing to work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's right across the board, to be honest. There are so many industries that have been calling out for support. We've got the education sector saying that they're calling on retired teachers to potentially come back into the classroom. There's been suggested for retired nurses to do the same thing. Is there a risk if we sort of look to those age brackets, there might potentially be putting these people at risk of COVID?
Look, I think that if you take the precautions, as we should anyway in a business, you'll be fine. But I also think you need to incentivize. So if you're getting someone out of retirement in particular to go back into work, then we need to incentivize them. And also, if you do want to have 45 plus workers, working for you, think of flexible options like job sharing or, flexible timeframes for the work. Don't be so rigid. So I think a lot of places have a 9 to 5 mentality when really if they had a 10 to 2 mentality or a job share, they would have a lot more people applying for the jobs.
Yeah, that's a great point, because this entire pandemic for 2 years, we've all had to pivot is the key word we've been using. So really workplaces are going to have to be that bit more adaptable, a little bit more open-minded. What has been the response from the women? What are they keen to get involved in?
They actually love going for jobs. They want a job. The key issue is a lot of them have had bad experiences either with recruitment companies or being made redundant, so their confidence has taken a beating. But also, some of them have been raising their children for the past, say, 10 years. So employers need to not look at that as, oh, you haven't worked for 10 years, and actually see it as, oh, you've worked twice as hard for 10 years. And say, you're going to add a great deal of benefits to this organisation. But the women do. And I think it's a confidence thing. So if they go to an interview and the interviewer is actually kind, compassionate, and has an interest in them, you'll actually see that the woman would brighten up and say, right, this is who I am, this is what I want. But they definitely want jobs, but they also want to work for places that, that care and don't just say, sorry, you're too old, get out.
And that want them, that really, really want them. It's the hospitality sector has been crying out for people to get involved.
That's right. And that's really interesting. So, we just typically think, oh, students go and work in hospitality. Well, hang on a minute. Don't a lot of different types of people go to a cafe and a restaurant? So wouldn't it be nice to have diversity? And if you go to the United States, it is standard to have someone 45 plus come and serve you. It's all mixed. It's not just the young generation. So we need to change the way we think and actually say, right, which industries need staff? We have an entire cohort of women 45 plus. They might need a bit of upskilling or encouragement, but they're willing and they're able. So let's bring them in and give them a shot.
Just quickly, Amanda, before I let you go, what type of work preparation training have you been doing in particular with Western Sydney women to help prepare them for the workforce?
So we actually encourage women to go through a confidence training program to start with. So reminding themselves of how awesome they are essentially and all their experience. We create transferable skills. We help them with enrolling into courses. It could be CV tips, interview tips, how to style for an interview, absolutely everything. So we cover the whole woman and we make her feel very wanted and needed. And then we connect them to potential employers. But we also remind them of who they are and the years of experience that they have and how important that is to the world and how they need to communicate that in an interview.
You can't teach experience, that's for sure. Amanda Rose, thank you so much for your time and that message as well this afternoon. I think that's a really important one. Thank you.
Thank you.